Welcome. Sorry for the hitches. We're experiencing network issues. I don't know. Maybe it's from both ends. So, welcome. Let's do this again. Sorry once again. We need to talk. This story is touching. Personally,
This
it's
life is not
touching, and I
interesting.
want to address it. Fair and square. I'm doing this because I'm a Pan Africanist, and I love to see love lead. Let's make sure love lead. So, welcome once again. Come on board and let's do this together. All right, let's do this together.
Your network that is doing this or mine. Hmm?
The link to people. So come, guys. I have Nkem on the bill. We want to touch on an interesting but delicate topic. It's quite interesting to note that you know the story we are about to talk about is heart touching. We need redress. We need it to meet the right people. We need it to meet the accurate people. So if you just join, don't go nowhere. Drop your comments. Welcome back once again. Like I said, I'm here with Nkem. All right. So we'll start from top. So Nkem, once again, tell us about you and let's go on. Is Nkem here with me? Is Nkem back? Hello, am I having Nkem back? We are waiting for Nkem, a hairstylist who was treated unfairly in my country. I want us to talk about the story. And then he has some of his equipment stuck here in Ghana. I want to use myself and as a point of contact to getting it back for him. I think he's misunderstood. I think Nkem has been treated unfairly. So I'm still waiting for him to join. And then he will give us details of what actually happened. I've been joined by DBK222. All right, DBK222. Okay, we have Nkem back. Don't worry, we'll do this. Whatever the case, we'll do this. Nkem is here. He's a nice gentleman. When I see gentlemen who are TikTok and then they are doing it, they are working hard. I love it. I love it. Okay, so Nkem, welcome back. Your network is a bit itchy, but I pray it will be stable so that we do this. Welcome back. Okay, so let's start from top. Tell us about yourself.
Okay. Can
Yeah,
you
I
hear
can
me?
hear you.
Okay, I said my name is Nkem Prince Anene. I'm from Eastern part.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
and yeah, and I'm a trichologist. I'm a hair care expert.
okay.
The way doctor care for body is the way I care for hair.
Hmm.
So I do consultation, I do hair examination. I'm a hair care expert, both natural and perm hair. So
Okay,
what I do.
okay. That's wonderful. Now let's get into the story. Monitor it for me. Let's get into the story. Um, how did you end up in Ghana, and how did you settle here? Welcome back.
Yeah. I don't know what's wrong with this. I don't know why. I don't know whether it's from my end or your end. I don't understand what's happening.
I'm actually stable here. I've switched to Wi-Fi, so mine is extremely stable. Yeah, I think so. And are you on loudspeaker? Are you on loudspeaker? Okay.
I think that could be the problem.
Yes, I'm hearing myself again.
Okay, let me see. Last speaker? No, I don't think I'm on last.
Okay.
Am I on last speaker?
But can you hear me clearly? I greet you, BY Fashion and Craft. We're just having a convo on WhatsApp right now. BY, I have your brother and your colleague here. Monitor it for me. I have your brother and colleague here to talk about, his side. He's a hair specialist, so we are just having little technical hitches. I think after that, I'll talk to you behind the scene about my hair. I think after that, I'll talk to you behind the scene about my hair. About my hair. I am stable. Okay. So I think the problem is from Nkem's end. I really need to touch on this story, but the network is not helping. The moment Nkem joined, I my there is an echo in my voice. I think it's a network thing.
I'm here. It could be network, but I don't know if it's here or there. I don't know where the network problem is coming from.
Okay. Let's try. Let's try it. See, there's no harm in trying.
Let's try it. But am I frozen, or I'm just like
You know,
you are
you
not
are.
kind of, you're not stable. You're not stable. I am.
Okay, so I am stable. I can see you. The only thing is that you are a bit hitchy and you are not stable. Your network is hitchy and it's not stable. Sorry, guys, we have to get this done. Okay, so as we are waiting, Cam, it is an interesting phenomenon, guys. It's an interesting phenomenon, guys. It's from the network issue is from Nkem, but before it's brief or we can still the network is from Nkem because when he joins, my voice echoes. As soon as he joins, I can hear myself, guys. That guys, let's do this. Nkem is a hairstylist. I think hairstylist is even an understatement. He's I call him a hair doctor. He has a particular terminology for it, and he had wonderful stints in Ghana per the narrative. He was good. Even had to do the hair of some prominent people in Ghana to the extent of doing the hair of the president of Ghana, the daughter of the president of Ghana. From his narration, we was working with this woman where they were in a big house, an apartment, you know. And basically, what happened was he was just ousted out one day without any prior notice, without him doing anything, without him offending anyone. He was just there. They brought the police, they arrested him, and they took him to the police station. They didn't allow him to park his stuff, his equipment, his accessories, his machines. Everything about Nkem was left in the mansion. All right. All the expensive materials, machines, equipment Nkem was using in Ghana to help him fathom and thrive with his work, he could not take them. The woman came, bailed him, but he still has his machines left in the apartment. All efforts to retrieve his machines has proved futile. And as you can see, Nkem is TikTok, Nkem is hardworking, Nkem is not lazy. How does Nkem get back his stuff in Ghana? That is a cause for concern. Per the narration and the narrative of Nkem, I can see that
Nkem,
it is
I
not.
can see that it is not.
There are basically few people
There are
who
basically
wants to treat him badly.
who wants to treat him badly.
People who want to run
People
over
who want
Nkem
to run
from what he
over
said.
Nkem.
But I want us to talk about
But
the
I
story
want us to
himself.
talk about
He's stable now. So
he's
Nkem,
stable now.
now take us through what
Now
happened.
take
I,
us
I,
through
I
what
actually want us
happened.
to know what happened
I actually want us
from
to know
your
what
stay
happened.
and then what happened.
From your stay and then what happened. Okay. When I first came to Ghana, I was at Ajokojo. You know Ajokojo, right?
Yeah,
You know Ajokojo, right?
yeah, I know Ajakajo.
Hello. Yeah, I know. So that is where I first stayed. I mean, that is where my friend was staying. The guy who made me came to Ghana or went to Ghana. So I was there, and until I met this family, this Ghana family, whom just took me as a son. They love me, you know. I took them as my family. They took me as theirs. So we stayed together. So then I started working as Spinters. I worked as
Mm.
Spinters in one company like that as Spinters. It's a salon and spa. You know, they're into skincare. They are popular. I worked. That was the first place I worked. Then I think after then I did a music video. I'm an artist too. I did a music video in Ghana.
Okay.
So after shooting my music video, after shooting my music video, I traveled places. It was shot at Tema, Weja. That
Wager.
is a Kaswa. Weja. A lot of places. I was to see if I can push.
Mm.
Are you hearing me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah. That sells
Mm.
wig dealers, people that sells wigs. They bring wigs for me to do in the house. That they will supply to their clients. Then sometimes I do go contracts. Like someone can call me and say, "Nkem, come and work for me for a week. I will pay you for a week. Come and work for me for."
Oh my God,
Oh
we've lost him again. He's back.
my
Okay,
God, we've lost him.
welcome back.
Yeah, I'm here.
Carry
Welcome
on.
back. I'm here. Carry on. Yeah. So a lady contacted me, through my boss that I worked for at Spinters. I always have a very good relationship with my bosses. Very good one. That woman was in fact, she gave me 3 bedroom flats. I was staying in, sorry. Test, yeah. So he recommended me someone, and the person called me for contract saying, come and work for me for a week. I went there. She asked me what I told her that I don't work permanently for anybody, that this is what I do. I do home services. And she was like, wow, that is nice. We can actually do business. I said, okay. She said, I can be getting you clients while you go attend to them, then we share the profit. I get my point. Yeah, that we can be partners. I said, okay, fine. So we bought equipment, for the home services, and we started. So as we are doing the business, then one day she told me that she owned a salon. I said, say yes. At Hacho, that I should come and see it. That time I'm still at Ajokojo. I'm living at Ajokojo. So I to see the salon. I went there. It was a very massive one. Like she rented it and turned it to clinic and spa. She's a midwife, while her husband is a medical doctor.
Mm. Welcome back.
Back. Yeah, please. Where did you hear me last?
Um, her husband is a medical doctor
Medical
and
doctor.
she's a midwife.
And she. Yeah, the woman is a midwife. The Mrs.
Mm-hmm.
Winifred, whom I was
Mm-hmm.
doing business with, who I
Mm-hmm.
was into partnership with. She's a midwife, while her husband is a medical doctor, and they both live in Isle. So when she invited me to her church to come and see her place, I went there. Wow, it's a massive one. So what they opened there was a salon and spa. Because of the location, people were business was bad. They closed it down, but all their equipment are still intact in the building. Then the salon that she mentioned of is still functioning, but about it's just two girls that were there. They use the car park of the building to open a salon. The main business they are doing there is the spa and clinic. Yes, just like many hospital spa. I mean clinic. Sorry, clinic and spa. So I went there, visited there. Then I went back home. Then once in a while I will go there. Once in a while, said one day I told her that since you still have a space because there is a particular room inside the building that no one is in. I said, since still have this space here, instead of me coming all the way from Ajokojo to attend to clients, because most of our clients are here. And meanwhile, where I was staying that time, we had a lot of people that came. It was during December. She said, okay. Then she gave me a place there. I was staying. And in that same building, there are other tenants there. You know, the rooms that she reserved for her staff to stay, because of the business was not functioning any longer. So she rented those rooms to some tenants so that she will be able to recover some of her money. Like I said, it's a whole compound. She rented the whole compound for business. So that's how we have been doing, doing business. Along the line, she became too busy that she don't even give me clients any longer. So I wasn't getting much business from her again. So I started work. That was when I started working at Cantonment. No. I start with exotic trend. I don't know if you have heard of exotic trend.
Yeah, yeah, they are all over on
They are one
TV.
of the best. Yes, they are number one in Ghana. Not that they are one of the best. I started working with them at Osu branch. So later I switched to Eden's salon. Eden Heady Salon. Eden is at Cantonment. That is where I was making Ghana president daughter hair. I was their
Okay.
favorite hair care person. Both her kids, her cousin, and her kids too. So I was there, then working there. Then when this problem come up, this
Mm.
man, that house in question that I said belongs to one certain man. I never knew of this until the man appeared and started saying that it belongs to him, blah blah. He called me out. He was like, "Who are you?" I told him. He came and called me out. I told him I'm from Mrs. Winifred. So he called other tenants, everybody in that house, called everybody out, and he keeps saying the house is his, blah 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 blah. So when he left, other tenants were like, Nkem, so you didn't know that this house has been on dispute? I said, I didn't know. He said the house, there has been an issue that the case is in a court. I said, I never knew of any of those because nobody told me. Even Miss saying he will go. Sometimes he will call me, bring some comes. I'll call Mrs. Winifred, which is my landlady, which was my landlady. I'll call her, I'll tell her, look at some certain man came and this is what he said. He said yes, that the house actually belonged to that man, that she rented the house from the man, and it was 10 contracts they had.
Okay, so hold on.
Okay, so hold
The
on.
man came and said he actually owns the house and he rented it to them for 10 years. Guys, we are trying to have income back. This is an interesting story. I want to touch. I'm really interested in it, but his network is the problem today. The son of a Nigerian soil who has lost some machines in Ghana. How do I help? How do I support him to getting all the machines back? It's still stuck at the apartment he was staying at. And the real owner of the apartments has locked the place up. Guys, comment. Did you hear whatever Nkem said?
In Kems?
Comment, let me
I'm
know.
back. I'm here.
We have
We
comments.
have come.
Thanks, bro. I'll stay a bit
Thanks, bro.
online
I'll
so I will
stay a bit
understand
online
today's discussion from BY Fashion
from
and Craft.
BY Fashion and Craft.
BY, don't go.
BY,
I'm I'm supporting brands this December. All right, so I want to push brands on my channel. So BY, don't go. Melissa W, Mr. Prince, your network is bad. Okay, this is from Melissa. Yash, and then Gurak Singh. Hello, what's up? Gurak, I know you are joining us from India. BY again is saying his network is bad. An interesting story. But I
Yeah, they
hope
are
you can hear him. You know, his video might not be moving as much, but we need the story. Can you hear Nkem? Comment below and let's see. Comment below. All right, Nkem.
Please, if you can hear me. Mm,
Welcome back.
okay.
Okay, so let's
So the
carry on
woman
from
said,
where we left off.
oh, okay. Okay, so now, whenever the man comes, I'll reach out to my landlady because I don't know the man, right? So whenever he comes, I'll reach out to my landlady. I will be like, Madam, so person came and this is what he said. He have to say. My madam keep telling me that I should just ignore him whenever he comes. I shouldn't interact with him. Whatever he said to me, I should just send it to her. And I have been doing that. Do you understand? So whenever the man comes, whatever he brings, sometimes there was a day he came and served me cut pepper that I should present myself in the court on Monday, blah blah blah. So I called Mrs. Winifred after which he left. I called Mrs. Winifred and told him exactly what the man said. He said I should screenshot the paper he served me, I sent to her, which I did. He said, Nkem, you have no business with this man. Don't go anywhere. I didn't go to the court. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So, and the things that the case, there has been case going on between two of them about the house. He saying that laying claim that the contract he had with Miss Winifred have expired. No, it have not expired. It will expire 2023. That she still have her document intact. According to Miss Winifred, she told me that it seemed like the man have lost his own document because the man does not live in Ghana.
Okay.
That is Mrs. Dako. He's an apostle. He's a pastor. He's an apostle in Europe. Are you
Okay.
getting what I'm saying? Are you hearing me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Uh-huh. So the case has been in court. He said that according to Mrs. Winifred, though, she said, and I quote, this is not my own making. She said that the man took the case to rent control at Medina.
The network is hitchy, but the story is interesting. Sorry, guys, today it is not from my end, it is from his end. But the story he's sharing is interesting. Um, you know, he worked with a woman. The woman had a lease on an apartment which was 10 years. No, yeah, 10 years. Nkem got access to the apartment because he was working with the woman. And then the real owner of the apartment came back and then said he's basically not entitled to not be in that apartment. That is where we've got into. Now we want to get to how the owner
Okay.
boosted out Nkem, had some of his stuff stuck there, and why he has the infantry to keep it there, but not releasing it to him as an innocent man who was working in Ghana. Nkem, carry on.
Can I continue?
Yeah, continue.
Let me just go straight to the point where I was thrown out and all my things were seized.
Okay.
Yeah, because network is really bad.
Yeah.
So the thing is that, like I said, they were having house issue before I even came. I didn't know of any of those things. I never, nothing. Nobody told me, right? So the man keep coming and on. Sometimes he would travel to Europe. He will come back maybe a year time. Come back and he will come to the house. Start calling everybody out. No violence, nothing. You just call everybody out. Who are you? Where are you from? Who sent you? Keep asking all those questions. I have never had interaction with him like one on one, like he talk, I talk, that kind of interaction. No. All I
Yeah.
do is whenever he comes, he asks question and I answer. Like Mrs.
Mm.
Winifred told me, right? I shouldn't make any case with him. I have no business with him. Then until one day, this man came. It was on Sunday morning. Early in the morning, he came. Hefty man. Because he have told them that I go to the gym. So they prepare and came. They selected themselves. Hefty policemen. Because they were saying to me, you get strength, you get power. Eh? They are hitting me. You think you can fight? Eh? You think you get power? That was what they were doing to me. Hefty. If you see the way they came, as if they are raiding a hardened criminal house. They came like very hefty, like with entourage, very as in I don't know how to like explain all these things. Hefty, they are over 10, even with immigration officer. I could remember that immigration officer hit me on my esophagus here, on my neck. He almost broke my neck. That man, very heavy man, he hit me here for doing what? Nothing, absolutely nothing. So when they came, they just boom, boom, boom. You know how early in the morning of Sunday, the landlord said with his brother. His brother came with his brother and his sister. I'm not the one that rented house from you. Why all these things? They were like, this is what Ghana police told me. To me. They were so brutal, so harsh. They handcuffed me with my two hands behind my back. They humiliated me. They treated me. The other side, where's your room? Where's your room? Where's your room? I took them to my room. They enter my room. I smart them. They were looking for my house.
We're still lost in Nkem. I'm teary, guys. I'm teary.
I'm teary. Okay,
I'm
I'm here.
teary.
I'm here. So
Okay, go ahead.
they asked me for my room. Go ahead. When I took them to my room, they went there and came out. They were asking me for my room key. I smart them. I locked the room. As we came out, I quickly locked the room. I hid the key. They were asking me for the key. I brought a bunch of keys because the whole house, the house where the whole properties, where the Mrs. Winifred property is, both her machines for clinic. That my room key is among those bunch of keys. This is what I told them. So I was depressed. Like I was. No, I'll get to that point. So they took me. They asked them. Their boss told one to take me to the car. That one pushed me outside the compound and pushed me inside the car. I was sitting in that car with my two hands behind my back. Oh. I was sitting in that car. He now gave him signal again to bring me out. So he tried to pull me out of the car. This one I would force, not be say it's not as if this is force, as if they are dealing with criminal. They had to drag me out of the car. And I was like, you have already put me here. Why are you dragging me out? He said, oh, so you're hiding so people will not see you. He dragged me out of the car, paraded me around. People have already, surfaced. People have already gathered. He paraded me so that people could see me very well. He paraded me there. If you see the way they treated me like slave, that very policeman paraded me around there so people could see me. Before he now took me inside. When he took me inside the compound, we all now came out outside again and entered car. We now drove to the police station. So they locked me inside police cell. I was in the cell. They left. What I managed to wear, the clothes I was putting on is 1 ton shirt I was using for gym. I no longer use it for gym, so I kept it at the corridor. That was the shirt I just picked and wear. That's what I came out from that house. My electronics, all the salon equipment that I got. I was saying that whenever I travel back to Nigeria, I will set up a studio for of myself here in Nigeria. All those equipment, my electronics, my money, my document. I'm an artist, like I music I record on a CD plate that I save it there. That's where I save it. All those things are there. My passport at night before this thing happened. I cook a pot of egusi on Saturday night. This happened in the morning. My food, everything, nothing. I didn't come out with a pin. Not even a pin I didn't come out from in that house. What I wore was rag. Police station. So when I got to the police, I called Mrs. Winifred and said, look at what was happening. Look at what your brother, your Ghana brother came to do to me. She said that at the reception, two police ladies, young girls. So they were communicating with me. I was in the cell, this cell where you can communicate with people in the counter. There's a barrier, but it's a metal, like
Yeah.
there's space,
Yeah.
that kind
Yeah.
So I was communicating. Yes, I was communicating with them, and they asked me, what did I do? They asked me, are you in Nigeria? I say yes. They said, okay, what do you do? What do you do in Ghana? I told them I'm a hair care expert. I'm into hair. They say, wow, interesting. So that thing now draw their attention to me. They started liking me. Oh, you do hair. Oh, you will do my hair for me. You do my hair for me. Stuff like that. We started making started discussing. So they now asked me, what did you do? Why are you here? I told them the story. They say, okay, there's the part I didn't mention. There's the part I didn't mention. When they come to the house, they say, do you know the allegation they put on my head? They accuse me of threatening the landlord that I'll kill him. That is Mr. Danko, sorry, Mr. Danko, the one I said that owned the house. The one that Mrs. Winifred told me that owned the house. I live in Europe. The apostle. The police people say that I threatened the man, that I will kill him, that I will pour him acid. That's what they threatened me. That was the can I say the point or the reason why I don't know, but this is what they said. That have never ever happened. I've never had interaction one-on-one with that man before. Apart from him coming to ask me questions and I answer, and I have never been alone with him. It was always in the midst of other tenants, So, but then I'm the only foreigner there. I'm the only Nigeria there, So when the police young girls asked me what did I do, I told them. They started laughing. They said a lie. Say it was in that police station there, that counter. They were bringing suggestion. The reason why they will come, what they will use to hold me. Are you getting my point?
Yeah.
Yes, they were discussing. This person will bring this suggestion. The other person will say no. The other police will bring the suggestion. They say no. Until one person came up with threat. That person say let's use threat. Let's use threat against him. That he threatened the man that will kill him. That threat is a big thing. Let's use that. That's what the police ladies told me. That it was there they planned all those things.
Hmm.
I've stayed there for long. When she came, I pleaded with the girls because I was along with them because of the hair. I promised them I would do their hair for them. So I pleaded with them. They gave me phone. I called Miss Winifred. Then she later came and bailed me, right? So when she bailed me, we waited for police chief to come around, which he later came. So we went.
Okay, guys, we are having. Okay, Nkem is back. Nkem, carry on.
So it was Atomic Police Station they took me to. Atomic Police Station. I don't know if you know Atomic Police Station.
Yeah, Atomic. Guys, sorry. It's an interesting story about his network is bad. Bear it with him. I don't know if I should do it part 1 and 2 so that next week we'll have the actual session. I think that would be best, right? Part 1 and 2, because of the network hitches, is gonna affect those who are interested in the story. So if you can do it part 1 and 2, what do you think? Nkem is a hardworking young man. He has muscular, but we'll see. Nkem will come back. I think what we'll do is that we'll do it part 1 and part 2,
Mm.
so that Saturday we'll have enough time to
You want us
finish
to
it.
end here? What do you
So
say?
we'll do it part 1 and 2. So let's talk
Fine.
about the next. Let's discuss it in the next 5 minutes.
Next 5 minutes.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
So you mean we should end this one?
No,
Are we
we
going to end
let's
this one?
end this one in the next 5 minutes. Then next week we'll do part 2 so that we can work on the network.
I'm not here.
Okay, what I'm trying to say is that because of the network, we are having network issues. Sorry, it's not from my end. What I'm saying is that we are having network issues today. So
Yeah.
we'll do it part 1 and 2.
Okay.
So you can finish today in the next 5 minutes. Then next week we'll fix the network issue and do full force.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So go
In next
ahead.
5 minutes we'll end. In next 5 minutes we'll end this one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'm almost coming to an end though.
Okay.
So so when we waited for the police chief to come, so which he did, he went to his office and we narrated everything that happened to him. And he was like, I should go back to the house. Even Mrs. Winifred came with her document for the
Mhm.
agreement she had with the landlord. She came with her document, but she says she's not gonna talk about. It's already in the
Mhm.
course that for me that is innocent, that I know nothing about
Okay.
the whole thing. Yeah. So the police chief now said to me, the house. They sealed my because I am living inside the main house. Like you have to pass through,
Yeah.
people call it. Yes, you have to pass through the palace before you get to my room. Do you understand? That part already been still there. I'm the one taking care of. Then other tenants, before you go to their rooms, you have to go through the backyard. Same house,
Okay.
not boys quarter, the same house, but you have to go through the backyard before you go to their room. So I'm the one who passes through the main entrance. So it was that place they seal that main entrance, they seal it. So the police and break the house and go in. I was
Mm.
about going, they called me back. I said no, I shouldn't go. Mrs.
Mm.
Winifred now said, that is my landlady. She said that if I go there and break the house, that she will lose a case because the man has already brought something upon himself by going into her property without any permission, forced entry or whatever they call it. That she have every right to accuse the man of taking her millions of dollars in that house. Are you hearing me?
Yeah.
But if I go back and break the house, she will lose that particular case. That I shouldn't go. I said, okay, where will I go now? Hotel now. Let's make arrangement for me for hotel. So she paid. She was the one who that paid.
Mm.
In fact, I contacted my company
Mm.
that we don't usually work on Sunday, but Monday they expect me to resume work. So I called them. I called my boss and said, look at what is happening to me and see the condition I am. He said, okay. Then I told her that I need help. Because I don't have money on me. Shishi, I don't have. I don't have nothing on me. The money I had on me was in that house. So she now sent me some money. That money lasted me for 2 days in that hotel. So I've slept in a hotel for 3 days. 3 days, I became wanderer. I was just roaming on the whole street. I'm the type of person that to beg is very hard for me. If
Mm. Yeah.
Don't sleep. I was roaming the whole nowhere to sleep, you know. So Mrs. Winifred even gave me a top that I wore. That top, I changed the dirty one I was wearing. I wore that top. I wore that top for a long time. At a point, I was going to work with that top for a very long time. No clothes to wear, no shoes, nothing. Everything. I was stripped. Everything I had was stripped out of me. Everything was stripped from me. Everything. So I was so depressed and frustrated. When I say depression, I tested depression. I saw it, how it works. I'll be crossing main road like this. I'll be waiting for car to pass before I could cross. One spirit to be pushing me, dragging me, as if there are two spirits controlling my life. One will be pulling me back, one will be pushing me to enter the car. One will push, like forcefully pushing me to enter the car. But thank God none of those happened. I mean, the one pushing me back always conquer. Conquer. So that was the state I was. That is the state I was then. I was in a very terrible state. I was depressed and frustrated, bro. I suffered for a long time before my company could find me a place to stay again. Before my company to find me a place, I suffered. I suffered, really, really suffered. I cry every day, like, how could this happen to me? I have not done anybody anything. Where I enter in Ghana, Ghanaians don't enter there. Where my work take me, my personality take me, nobody. I go Kempiski. I go hotel, Kempiski Hotel, as big as Kempiski. At Kempiski is one of the highest hotel in Ghana. I go there to attend to clients. I go different places. Dr. William, you know Dr. William now, Pastor Dr. William, Bishop Dr. William. I go his family house. I make his places. I have no any bad record.
Yeah. Oh, it's an interesting story, but the network is not allowing us. But we still have to, look at it from all context. What actually happened? Is the woman, the Winifred woman, is she trying to play smart on
Smart.
Nkem?
Hey, I, there is part that I didn't say. When during those trying period, I was homeless and all of that. I contacted Dr. William's daughter. I wish Esther. Her name is Esther. I think her first daughter also.
Mm.
I contacted her, told her, look at what is happening. I was just looking for help left, right, and center. She said the only thing she can do for me, she will contact her church members if there's anyone that have a space for me. Which the letter from one person to another, they got one guy. They didn't even know that guy is staying in the ghetto. I was in that ghetto with that guy for a couple of days. That is after I must have left the streets. I went to ghetto. It's a whole lot of things. It's a whole lot of things. So the thing is that all my things are still seized in Ghana till today. My plan was chartered. I plan to set up a studio when I come to Nigeria. All those my equipment, everything. Not I didn't come out with a pin. Everything. My life was set back. Frustrated, depressed, set back. Everything. Till today, it have not. Keep praying if I could get my things. Do you know I waited? I waited for a long time for that man to come back because what happened in Ghana? He based in Mrs. Winifred, which was my landlady. What is going on now? What is going on? What is my fate? How can I get my things back? No, then stop telling all the time. She keep telling me, giving me excuses. That lawyer, the lawyer is charging her 40,000 Ghana CD. How is that my business? I never listened to them. What she was playing out at the end, not taking my case serious. Every day keep giving me excuses that it's a court case, it's in a court, blah 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 blah. The man in question, didn't he know that the case was in a court before he came for me to arrest me and who treated me like trash? He could have followed him the same measure, used the same measure which he used to treat me and treat him. The case is in a court and he knew it and he did what he. I was very confused at the point. So, I mean, that is it. So after I waited for 2 years, hoping that this man will come back from Canada, what is it called, Europe. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you. So this man came. I later heard that he came. I called him. I called his Ghana number. He didn't pick. I sent him a message. So he said, "Who is this?" I replied him. After 2 days, he replied me and said, "Who is this?" And I replied him that it is Nkem, the guy that his property is in your house. This man said to me that he doesn't know anybody by that name. That if I think I have a problem, I should go to high court. That's what that man told me. That was when I knew that all hope was lost. After waiting for him for a long time to come back for me to get my things, this is what this man have to say to me.
Hmm. It is interesting. I'm interested in the story. But the network hitches is the problem. So, guys, what I want to promise you is that I want to do part one and part two. Part one is the story. It's giving us the story. Part two, I want us to look at the remedy, the solution. How can I also talk to people I know? Let's look at how we can feasibly and amicably look for where the apartment is, and then basically see if we can go and then do the necessary, things needed. All we want for him is for him to be able to get his stuff. He's not going to break. He's not going to enter. Now, one thing I can tell you for a fact, because I have a lot of lawyers and policemen in my family, is that you can be given a note, and then we can issue it to the property owner, where he's going to be ordered to allow you take your stuff. So that is what we are going to look at.
My brother, I tried all I could. Do you know I contacted Ghana president daughter herself. Me and her, we don't really relate like that. Apart from her doing hair, coming with her security, do hair and go. But her sister, her cousin sister, the same, her mother and this girl mother, the same father, same mother. Her cousin sister. Me and her, we always. She likes me a lot. Like we always chat whenever she come. I contacted her on phone. She said she was in Canada. That she'll get back to me in 4 days time. That 4 days, she called me, was like, there's nothing she can do. So if someone from high, place like that cannot help me, I was like, what is it? Because I tried the little I can. It was when I gave up, I was even about coming back. Someone said I should go to Nigerian embassy. That time I already lost hope. Because this thing is not it's not easy. It's not if it doesn't happen to you, you won't know if you won't know how heavy the gravity of it. It was very heavy on me. Do you understand? It was when I was about coming back. Someone said go to embassy, Nigerian embassy, go report. But I have already made up my mind to come back. So
Guys, sorry for the inconvenience. Um, I'm not able to get him because of the network. So sorry for the inconvenience and everything, guys. I promise to give you the full details next week on the live session. I actually wanted to host him on my channel on a live session, but his network is affecting mine too, because he's part of my network, and we basically join together. The moment he leaves, my network is stable. So the question is, I'm looking at solutions. How do we solve this problem for him? How do we get his stuff out of that apartment? He needs it. He wants to establish himself back in Nigeria. It is quite an unfair treatment meted out to this hardworking Nigerian man, Nkem. Um, guys, I'm lost for words. He's actually briefed me long time ago. I wanted to host him live on my channel, but I realized that on the weekends, or basically on weekends, I'm mostly here on the live session. So I was like, why don't you join me and then we host the live session together? But the feedback and the sound is not helping. His network is not helping. So Queen Best wrote something. His network was same when he appeared on DJ Paco Rich. He should get a good position next time. Also, TJ, write down questions to send him so he can put his story well. Thank you, Queen Best. Queen Best is saying both of you, the background is noisy. Thank you. Today's podcast has been hitchy. It has been extremely hitchy, guys. Um, what I want to do is that, with in line with the questions, he's already been briefed. He's already briefed me on phone. We had a convo, and then we spoke about it. We've been talking all through. The problem has to be with his network. His network is not, that good. But it's one of the unfair treatments. Like Queen Bess said, he's been on another platform. He's been able to share his opinion. He's able to share his story there. What are the solution? The solution is to basically issue a note, a power of attorney, a note, something from the authorities with a letter that will bind the owner of the apartment to do just one thing. And that one thing is open your doors, let Nkem in, and let Nkem pack his stuff and leave. Whatever that is there, he has to pack his equipment, his machines, his money, everything in that apartment. There should be a remedy to help Nkem pack it up. Now, what can we do? What can I do? I have a live ideas record saying hi. Alive, welcome. Welcome to my live session. It's been a turbulent one because of his network. Um, he's tried about 3 or 4 different places. I don't know where he resides in. His network was not helping. For those of you who watch after the stream, sorry for the hitches. We planned this like a week ago. I wanted to actually host him, like I said, on the channel live, but I was like, he can join me because I do this every weekend. Unfortunately, we are still having network issues, so it's affecting us. So what I want to do personally is that this is part one. I want to do part two next week, or next weekend on a Saturday, where I'm gonna allow him to be at a place where there is access to a network. We need to first and foremost solve his network thing, because without the right network, he cannot pass the information across. And the second one will be basically to look at part two, the end of the story, and then the solution. I am looking for solution to Nkem's issue. Shout outs to any platform that has heard the story and has given him the opportunity. We are all helping in any small way we can to help him retrieve whatever he's lost. So it has been, for if you missed, for those of you who are just joining, I was on a live session with Nkem, hairstylist, who was treated unfairly in my country. It is hurting, by someone. To me, the woman who rented the apartment lied to Nkem. That is number one. There's an issue between the woman and the owner of the house, which they are not telling Nkem, because for the police to order Nkem to go and break the apartment and remove whatever that he has there, and then the woman telling him otherwise not to go there, means that, are you thinking what I'm thinking? There's a compromise somewhere. The woman does not want to tell, or doesn't want to tell Nkem now. Another thing is that there might be the fact that Nkem was making money. Nkem was becoming extra professional in his work and was carrying out his duties well. That caught the attention of them. What I want to promise, I'm just signing out. I'm about to do. What I want to promise Nkem is that we have to find a way. The most expedient way we can use to solving this matter are solutions. The story is clear, and I thank Queen Bess for alerting me that he's been on my, other colleagues' channel. I respect that. So since now the story is clear, what are the solutions? Can I talk to people? Can we go and get a note, power of attorney, disclaimer, something? Send it to the man and tell him that, hey, this gentleman is a family member. He's half Ghanaian. He's half Nigerian. I think that is the only thing that can send shivers to the spine of them. His equipment has been here, or his machines has been here for years. We are giving you 3 days. If you don't release it, the rightful quarters and machines and bulldozers will come and then pull down the entrance of the house and then get our machines. We don't want access to your house. We need access to the machines. So you can bring 3 people to stand with us while we remove them. That is the solution. So right after this live session, I'm going to talk to Nkem behind the scene and I'm going to ask him, what can I do to help? Because I would love to help. He's a brother I would not love to lose, or him to lose this. He's hardworking, and he's muscular because he gyms a lot. Let me read this one from Queen Bess. He should go find a way to talk to his Congress member and reach out to our minister for diaspora, Abike Dabiri. Yes, you have a point. Because when it comes to these kind of stuff, you need a higher authority that can send shivers down the spines of them. You are right, Queen. I also see what I can do. I have an uncle in authority. I have quite some interesting people within the security firm. So, what are the solutions? That is what I'm looking at. I'm not going to talk about the solutions here. I'm not going to talk about it. I want to keep it cool. Let's see what we can do behind the scenes. I first and foremost will talk to him. I want to know the caliber of the man who the house belongs to. Is he a doctor, professor? That is where they can, excuse my language, they can misbehave. Then we know the higher authority we can also use. But he can also use the best approach. That is, if it will be, it will be a solution that will be worth it. Why not? The Congress member, contact the Congress member and then Minister for Diaspora, BK Dabiro, or the embassy in Ghana. I think that would be the first. Niger embassy in Ghana will be the best people to deal with it when an official complaint is made, with the right information about the apartment, where the location is, with the right records when they move someone from the embassy to follow Nkem in a car and they push it, it will send shivers down the spine of the man. So my brother Nkem, let's do this next week. Today your network has not helped. I want to do this next week. Pardon me, family. I want to do this next weekend. So I want to sign out. The network did not allow people to enjoy us like they've been enjoying us previously. But guys, don't worry. Thank you for joining. I have to go because the network is not helping. I'll be joining Nkem. We'll be giving you solutions. We'll talk throughout the week. We'll be giving you solutions and what we want to do to get it back. Because as it stands now, we need him to establish himself in Nigeria. Like I said, I suspect the woman who Nkem was working for, because one, he told Nkem he rented the house for 10 years. It's not the case. The owner of the house is saying otherwise. And then what did they hear about Nkem that they had to oust Nkem out? Now Nkem is out, you bail Nkem, you give him money for just a day of a hotel. And then this is where the complicated part is. The police tells Nkem that they have their permission to go and break and take his stuff. Now, one or two discrepancies is that why did the police not follow Nkem there to aid in him breaking, entering, take his stuff, and then they will tell them to replace the padlocks. Somebody is eating into the pie and into the hands of the police. And then why did the woman, Winifred, stop Nkem from proceeding on going for his stuff? And they allowing it to stay at the apartment. I mean the machines. That is a question for another day. But I'm not going to answer them today. I respect you all. Let's do this next week. Same time, same place, but this time it will be on a Saturday. Whilst I liaise with Nkem to look at the way forward. All right. Solutions and what we have to do. It's peaceful. It's a blessed evening. I'm going to leave you all. Thank you for joining. Good night.